Mr. Proops.
Me neither. What a weak metaphor.
Have a scientific fact that polar bears can't swim forever?
No.
I'm not sure.
Trying to trick us to eat your product.
What a comparison.
I know. Okay, my point is this. You can't yell at a child. So what happens is they create an invisible shield. This guy can't yell at a child.
Of course.
So he's in a tough...
By herself, I don't think.
Yeah, she did.
But that's the point. I mean, if you just like center with like a Google map printed out, like find it. But the thing that's amazing about this, and I think I've actually said this in the show before, because these sorts of stories come up.
And then you got to go to Denver, and then I had the Ronald McDonald cake for my birthday, and it was filled with sugar, and it was great memories at McDonald's.
You know what it was?
Where did you get people grow up? They lose customers.
Yeah, exactly. It's not true, Randy.
By the way, you should start smoking when you're young. It's ridiculous to start when you're old.
Because my editor smoked.
Yeah.
And so you want to be cool.
No, we were all smoking. You'd smoke outside at Rodale. We'd smoke cigarettes. That's what we did. Truly must be impeached. By the way, they were all fine. You were crying.
I was worried about those adrift puppies.
Yeah, you were. You were.
I just thought for a minute.
I mean, I was the bad apple.
Yes.
In the Happy Meal that you can't buy anymore. Okay, so the boss has to rally the troops. So if you find out, if it's in the private sector or in the government, if you find out that someone has done something wrong, then what you have to do is show decisive action. You say, you, out. And the rest of you, we're going to get through this, it'll be fine. That's not what happened here. He says, you, paid administrative leave for you, yes, you did something wrong, you investigate yourself and her, and in the meantime, I'm going to blame everybody else who disagrees with me politically for my problems. I thought that speech was actually very offensive.
Forward to the ending.
I thought my speech was very offensive.
Yeah.
Bob Beckel likes to bring things like this that he sees on, Huffington Post website. They say he was a Bush appointee.
Are you diminishing me reading?
Do you know why he was?
Should I look to the stars?
Do you know what it was? It was 2008. We needed an appointee because somebody was leaving. He had a 5-year term, and the Senate Democrats said, we will not accept anybody who is a partisan political Republican guy. Is that
true?
And not just the government.
Is that why you put saltpeter in the water supply?
That is true. New book. I like to poke small children with a sharp stick because I enjoy hearing them cry. That has nothing to do with government, but I like it. But first...
This tall, beautiful woman, and she's in this I got one of those magazines, was it Elle or something? And it has all this nutrition advice, and she says how she loves the raw diet and the vegan food, and that she's able to have that at her workplace. And all I'm thinking of is Bob Beckel and those pastries.
Yes.
At the 5, I'm like, this is what's wrong with us.
Here I was that I thought evil on earth was the hell's curse.
I want to start a band called Bob Beckel and the Pastries. By the way, that would be a great, like a skiffle band.
I got him to stop. I got him to drop
covers.
one today. He went to get it, and I said, "Oi!" And he was like, "Okay," and he dropped it. That's
he is a machine. Men's rights groups are.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. United States. Very far.
You know what? She needs to make the money.
Yeah.
After the accident.
I'm surprised we're this upset about
heavily majors in the hearing aid. Michael.
Yes. I didn't know that there was a men's right.
Is that they're happy that they got targeted because now they've had
They are though.
They've revived.
Now we're. He was doing probably a long satellite tour. Greg, you were somewhat...
I love that Michael Caine is the loudest speaker in the world. But there ain't a movie about magic.
Vision.
Yeah, see that Morgan's asleep.
And are you sure it was?
It was right after he switched the drinks.
Yeah.
Did you...